So this question comes up every now and again, and one of my, I don't know if they're a subscriber, but somebody was watching my video the other day and they put a comment on and said, can you get weekends off? And they said that, I think they were talking to a recruiter, and they said that it'd be at least 5 years before you'd wind up getting weekends off. And I thought about it and thought, yeah, at least 5 years before you'd be able to get weekends off. Yes and no. Yes, if you want Monday through Friday and getting just getting Saturday and Sunday off and working 5 days, then yeah, everybody with seniority, they're gonna stick with that. I mean, most popular schedule, no doubt. But it doesn't mean that you won't get weekends off ever. My face is really red. Check out this sunset going on behind me here. I know the camera won't do it much justice, but yeah, it's pretty nice. Anyway, no, you can still get weekends off. Actually, it just may not be in the way you want it to be. So generally the way it works is you end up having to get on one of our schedules. Now, we have all kinds of schedules. We have like 6 on, 3 off, 5 on, 5 off. I think there's a 5 on, 2 off, 5 on, 3 off. And there's a couple others. I'm not familiar with all of them, but schedules like that, what ends up happening is that you'll get rotating weekends off. Like 1 week, you may only get a Sunday off. Next week, maybe it'll be a Saturday. Week after that, maybe you'll get Saturday and Sunday off. And then maybe the week after that, no weekend at all. You'll have to work through the weekend. I know it's not ideal what everybody wants, but you're still getting weekends pretty often, depending on which schedule you pick. So, like I said, the answer is yes and no. But I mean, as a truck driver, you try to get weekends off and work Monday through Friday and get, awesome pay, kind of like where I work at. We got great pay, we got PTO, paid time off. I get 40 days a year off. New drivers are getting at least 21, if not more. Safety days off, 4 of those a year. Just all kinds of stuff, new or newer trucks. Just a lot of great stuff. We don't have to work hard. We don't have to unload our trucks or touch the freight in any way. I mean, it's a pretty cush job. And so it doesn't bother me that it can't be a Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday off thing without getting seniority for at least 5 years. Not at all. I mean, I get in some of these bigger cities that, there's a lot more choices maybe. You can get that. People like me that live in rural areas, I don't really have that choice. I mean, I was lucky to get this job. Plenty of jobs to be had, but, you may get Saturday and Sunday off, but you're not going to like that pay at all. I mean, it's going to be nothing like you're working here at Walmart. Or take a day off, or take a vacation. Yeah, that's going to be pretty slender in a lot of these places. And, that's just the price you pay to live in a rural area or the country or somewhere there's not a big city. And I don't know, to me, that's too hefty of a price to pay. I mean, literally, I'm going to have less money. I'm not going to be able to take days off. Yeah, I get it. A lot of these jobs are go home every night, but I've done that before, and that is tiring. It's one thing to work Monday through Friday at an 8-hour-a-day job or a 10-hour-a-day job, but it's completely different when you're working like 14 hours a day. Driving a truck, a lot of these companies, you got to unload freight, a lot of heavy traffic, especially if you live in big cities. There's a big joy there, and backed up traffic like all the time because you're a day driver, so you're constantly on city streets, red light to red light, that kind of thing. That is no fun. And, to me, that's too high of a price to pay for days off. I just, for Saturday and Sunday off. And the home every night, like I said, tiring. By the time you get home, you're just beat. I used to work for this milk company where it was big tankers, and I'd pick up at dairies and I'd take it to the processing plant. And I'd work 14 hours a day, and by the time I got home, I was beat. And it was a deal where I had Saturday, well, at one time I had Saturday and Sunday off and worked Monday through Friday, and then I switched it up to a different schedule. But yeah, not great pay. I think I made a whole $200 a day. Keep in mind, this was like 20 some odd years ago, but I made a whole $200 a day. Vacation was unheard of. I mean, they'd let you go home for Christmas and things like that, but that was it. To take a random day off was like an act of Congress to get that done. And, you know, by the time Saturday came along, it was like my wife wanted to go do things, and I'm like, yeah, right. I don't want to do anything except sit on this couch and drink a beer if I can hold it up, you know. It was just flat beat. And to me, that was just too high of a price to pay to have Saturday and Sunday off. So, you know, for you guys that live in the big cities, you know, you have more choices. You have, you know, I know there's a lot of union jobs in bigger cities where you can do that and probably not work 14 hours a day. Maybe you only work like 10, you know, and that kind of thing. You know, more power to you. If you can get that, that's great. But here in Walmart, you know, everybody can get at least some weekends off. Pretty much right out the gate. I wouldn't guarantee right out the gate. You know, you may have to go with what they give you for a few weeks until you get settled in. But I mean, pretty much as a new driver, you're going to land up getting some weekends off. You're going to get some weekdays off and that kind of thing. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't feel that's outrageous or that's asking too much of the driver. And so yeah, the answer is yes. You can get weekends off. But tell me what your interpretation of that is, and we'll see if it matches. But, you know, I work 5 on, 5 off, and I get lots of weekends off. You know, I get weekends and plus more. But the main thing about weekends is that a lot of businesses, they do business Monday through Friday. So what do you do if let's say you want to go to a dentist or something? So you got to take time off work to go to the dentist? You know, they may only be open Monday through Friday. You know, so you take a day off, work it out, where it's kind of hard to stop driving the truck in the middle of the day to go have a tooth pulled or drilled or something. I mean, it's just a good example of it. Or let's say you need to go to the bank. You know, banks generally close Saturday and Sundays. Although, you know, again, in these bigger cities, maybe you got a bank that's open on Saturdays, but we don't have that where I live at. They're on the old schedule, Monday through Friday. If you can't get here, then I guess we're not doing business. So, I mean, to have at least one weekday off is, I don't know, to me it seems like kind of a necessity. And I've always preferred that through the years. Not to mention, we spend most of our time out in traffic with all these people that are, you know, fighting their way to work in the mornings and on their way home at night. Then on the weekends, they're out doing their thing, going to the lake, going shopping. I don't want to spend more time with everybody that, you know, I'm having to dodge on the highway. I want to get out and do stuff when there's nobody around, when everybody's at work. That's the time to go down to the lake. That's the time to go fishing, or, you know, that's the time to go shopping on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I don't want to be down there on a Saturday when everybody else and their brother is there. But, you know, I get it. Maybe some people are like, hey, I got kids. You know, they get Saturday and Sunday off, and so I wouldn't be able to see them that much. Well, you know, if that's the deal, then that's the deal. I guess you're forced into it. But, you know, personally, yeah, I've just never been a weekend guy. So there's your answer. Yes and no, but actually the answer is yes. Yes, you can get weekends off. But Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it might be a while if that's what you're hoping for. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you next time.